Hey, it's Lucy here, and today I'm excited to introduce to you the Artist Essential Business Toolkit. I have created this for artists like you who are wanting to either start growing or continue growing your business, your creative business, with clarity and focus. So I've been growing my own business, trying lots of different things over the last 8 years, and through that time I've developed tools and templates that help me streamline and look professional and, like I say, keep really focused with what I'm doing. So this resource contains a number of different things that I'm going to show you very soon. I'm going to take you inside the portal and you're going to be able to see all the tools, templates, workshops that you'll be getting. But these are resources I use in my business, and I go back to these over and over again. So I know that they will be incredibly valuable for you to, like I say, either start your business, professionalize your business, or just generally, up level, take it to that next stage. Hello, Lucy here, and I wanted to give you an insight as to what you're going to get when you purchase the Artist Essential Business Toolkit. Right here is the dashboard that you will see as you come into the space. And down here, I've got a number of workshops, including tutorials, guides, workbooks, and templates that will help you grow or build your new business. So it doesn't matter whether you've been an artist doing this for a while or an artist just starting out. I know that these resources are really going to help you. They've been developed by myself over the last 8 years, growing my own business. And all of these things now give me a lot of focus and clarity with what I'm doing next, and really helps take away that feeling of what do I do this week? What do I do today? And also it's huge time savers. So a lot of the templates in here now I can go back to, know they work, know they look great, and use over and over again. So I'm going to just go through the resources included, and you can get a feel for how each segment works and what you're going to get. So within the goal setting workshop and tutorial, you'll see here that there is, within each segment, you'll have a video. This one here is a 40-minute tutorial, and there's 3 different components within each video that you just want to check to make sure you're getting all the information. It's the video, some notes about the lesson. Every now and then there's going to be some extra links for resources that you can go to download or customize. And here you'll have a guide, file, or workbook in those relevant sections. So within this particular one, you'll get your goal setting guidebook and templates, which is a 24-page workbook in this particular scenario, for you to go through alongside the tutorial. So I will teach you how to get the most out of this, and I highly recommend that you take the time. And I talk about that during the tutorial, how I recommend you kind of breaking this down to make sure you don't feel like you're overwhelmed and needing to do this all at once. So go through these with time on your side, making sure you get the real absolute most out of these resources, because I know you will if you give yourself the space and mental capacity to do that. The next one is a financial planning pack. So again, in here I have a tutorial, and this is about just starting to help artists like yourself think about the money side of things without yuckiness or fear, or seeing it as a really critical part of growing and getting to the point where you're making money from your art. Whether you have plans to just purchase a holiday every year through, supplementary income you're making from your art, or whether you want to go full time, this is a really important thing to start thinking about. And so I'll take you through, like I say, a tutorial. We've got a guidebook in here, and also probably the most important part of this is the spreadsheet I've created for you that you can take a copy of and start to plug in the numbers, which I know can feel a bit overwhelming at times, but I've created spreadsheets here with automatic sums that will allow you to actually start to get a handle on what you could actually make based on what you are planning on creating or are already creating. So there's a number of tabs in here. Don't get overwhelmed by all this just looking at it right now. I take you through how to use each one within the tutorial to make this actually very useful and user-friendly. So check that one out. Again, take some time to go through that really well with a lot of detail, because you will get a lot of benefit from that. Pricing your artwork to reflect your value. You've got an hour here where we talk about this very challenging but important topic. You've also got a spreadsheet that you can download at this link here, a little pricing calculator to help you with pricing up some of your art. and here a presentation, a guide that reflects what we talked about in the chat. Moving down here, I've created a workshop to talk about the key tools that you really need to get your business going, because I think these days there's a lot out there that can feel very overwhelming. You know, do I do TikTok? Do I join Threads? Do I need all these apps or things to help me make all this money? And I think we can really, this can be very distracting. But I've tried to simplify what I believe you really need to focus on as a baseline to make sure you're not spending too much money, but also to make sure that you're focusing your time and energy as well as you possibly can. So again, there's a half an hour workshop here, and across here you've got a guide where we talk through this particular guide during the workshop. And within this is little mini tutorials and examples and other things that you will find beneficial in different links. So take your time to go through that again. I give you some ideas of costs so you can actually start to plan out some of these things and understand what's entailed with using these particular tools. But like I say, I've got a number of links here that will help you actually understand how to get the most out of them as well. Little mini tutorials within that particular workshop. So there's, once you start to dive in, you'll find that there's layers of information within each of these things. The next section is customizable marketing templates. So this segment is a very short video just to talk about what this really is, but there's a number of templates here, template links. This is the main part that you want to be looking at, that you can download your own copy of. These are all through Canva. But if you click here as an example, you will be taken to a link which will say you can edit the template and make it your own. So the whole point of this is so you don't have to start from scratch. You've got great marketing, social media, and even product catalog templates that you can use for your business and make things easier. These take a bit of time to set up, so I'm really, really thrilled to be able to offer this to you and save that time for you know, to spend more time creating, which is what we all want to be doing. The next segment is about commission. So I've got a short tutorial that relates to this guide here that I've created, a 5-point guide of how to have conversations and get the most out of offering a commission to one of your clients, a bespoke piece of artwork, which can feel very overwhelming. So go through that as a starting point if this is something you're a little bit nervous about or unfamiliar with, or perhaps just want to maybe think about some points you're not considering. And I've also recently created, you'll see here, a commission artwork guide for clients. So something you can actually customize. So again, you'll be able to download this within Canva and you customize it for your own business and send it to your clients so that they know what the process is. With this easy to flick through document, go through all the text to make sure you feel like it's relevant to you and how you want to be running your business. Very important with all of these kinds of templates. But you'll see here there's opportunities for you to actually put in some pricing guides and some facts that will help people have questions answered that they might be pondering before they want to talk to you further about getting a bespoke piece of artwork. So that is within the commission guide. And there's two last little resources here. One called your daily focus list. So essentially a list for you to work by each day that will help set yourself up for success, help you make that incremental momentum. This is simple, but it's really, really important and a great one. This resource here is a great one to print out and have, in your workspace, a really good reminder of some key things to think about to actually help you get the most out of every day. And then the final thing we have in here at the moment is your spam alert guide. A lot of spammers and people trying to con artists these days, and so I've created a 18-minute tutorial with a guide here of what to look out for and what to consider when you're trying to figure out whether somebody is genuine or not. Really important one. So like I say, a decent amount of information here for you to work through. Don't do it all at once. I highly recommend just thinking about what's going to benefit you most right now and take your time to really immerse yourself into that info and get the most out of it that you possibly can. But I hope you enjoy this. I'm really excited to offer this to you. Like I say, these are the things that I've actually been developing and building for my own business. And I'm really thrilled to try and save you some time, help you create some focus and clarity with where you're going next in building your authentic art business. All right, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.